Hello everyone, Erica Rock, Spiritual Catalyst, here to share an experience of what it's like to be in no mind, inner stillness, inner silence, beingness, isness, the observer, the witness. Those are terms that were coined by, what is that? The Power of Now guy. I can't think of his name. Oh, so funny. Eckhart Tolle. Yes, thank you, Eckhart Tolle. So I have not been making as many videos recently because I have been in this place of such emptiness. So empty that I'm I don't have anything to say. And so today I figured, well, I might not have a lot to say, but I can give an experience of what I'm experiencing. So here's a little backstory, just a little. So in 2012, I went into this no mind state. I connected with this silence that was inside of me. And I stayed in that. I've stayed in that state. In fact, when I dropped into it, I heard a click go off in my brain, and it was like all the radio stations that used to be simultaneously playing at once were shut off. It was so peaceful, and it was a very big shift from where I was. And I've remained in this state ever since, even though I'm, animated, I can share stories, I can teach things, all that good stuff. But underneath anything that I'm sharing, there's this flow of consciousness that's coming through. And I found that since I've been living in this no mind state, that when I do share, it's guided. And it's something that's just flowing through me. If you've watched many of my videos, you do know that I often have a hard time connecting with words, simple words. They're a little out of reach, and sometimes I'm stumbling. Love me, my raw, real, authentic, not edited videos. I just show up and share what wants to come through. Yeah, so in 2012, I entered this state. I've remained in this state, and I found out that I could share this experience with other people. And how that happens is because we are one. So I simply drop into the state that I'm already in, and because you want to experience this, you will. It's really that easy. So I created this body of work called the Zone Method. It's a 5th dimensional state of being and consciousness. As people like Eckhart Tolle have really seeded the collective consciousness, so many people are living more effortlessly in the present moment, in the now. We're not so much in the past or so much in the future. And if you're still finding that you are in these places, this experience is for you, because you will find yourself here now. The mental chatter dissipates. And for those that are already accessing present moment awareness, this experience will deepen that state that you're already able to access. So there's nothing you need to do. Please do not try to make anything happen. Don't try to silence your mind. Just come to this with a let's see what happens kind of attitude. Curious, just curious. And that will be perfect. So if you have been a long time meditator, what I'm about to ask you to do may seem counterintuitive. However, there's a reason for it. So when we do this experience, I ask you to keep your eyes open. When I train people in this work and teach them the gateways to enter this at will in seconds. We do it with our eyes open for two reasons. One is things can get a little psychedelic, meaning as you're sitting here, colors might appear brighter. I've had people start to be able to see the aura and the energy around objects that they're looking at. And so we don't want to miss that experience. And then the second reason, very grounded reason that I ask you to do this with your eyes open, is that life itself is an eyes open, up close and personal, often chaotic, loud, messy experience. So I want you to be able to access this when the kids are screaming, when you're trying to make dinner and the children are running around and little Danny steals little Joey's truck and they're screaming and crying, and like real life stuff. Because if we can only get to a place of like peace when we shut the door, shut off the phone, pull down the shades, we get on our cushion and we begin to meditate, and we're lucky if we start to experience this inner stillness, silence, and peace. And then we get up off our cushion and we open the door and we turn the phone back on. And then the challenge is taking that peaceful state into real life. It can be challenging to translate from the cushion to the real life, to your real life rather. But when we practice with our eyes open like this, you can be getting on public transportation with all these people, music blaring, conversations going on, and you can just drop into the silence that is readily available within you all the time, like that. That's what I teach people to do in the training. Today's just an experience. However, you can always refer back to this video if you are going about your day and you find that there's so much negative self-talk, there's so much judging, criticizing, worry, fear, anxiety, etc. Come back to this video and play it so that you can kind of drop in. So you can use this as a tool to help reduce all the mental chaos. So that's what I have to say. So we're going to practice with eyes open. Don't try to silence your mind. Don't try to make anything happen. Come to this with no expectations whatsoever. I will ask you right now to just kind of check in. Where's your mind at? How much chatter is going on within the mind? And how does your physical body feel? Do you have any aches or pains anywhere? Emotionally, how do you feel? Do you have, some stuff that's up right now? Just notice. Notice where you're at physically, mentally, emotionally, and, well, I said that, mentally. So just pay attention, because I want you to be able to see a clear before and after, okay? So I'm going to tell you when I'm starting. I'm going to drop in and just be, and just really tune into this radio station of no mind and silence. And because we're one and you want to experience it, you shall. And I'll probably do 3 or 4 rounds of dropping into this state, being 1 to 3 minutes each. Every time we do it, we'll go deeper, okay? And every single experience can be vastly different. So no expectations. Okay, I think that's all that I have to say. So if you want to, I'm going to gaze directly into the camera, and you can gaze back at me or just tune into me wherever, like my heart or my third eye or wherever you want to tune in. Okay, so I think that's it. So let us begin. So I will start now. Okay, so I'm complete. So I want you to check in physically how you're feeling, if you had any pain anywhere. Notice if perhaps the pain has lifted or it's moved somewhere else. Just notice. Just make a note of it. How much mental activity is going on for you now? And emotionally, how are you feeling? And I ask you this because when we get into what I call the zone state, our body immediately starts to heal on all levels. So it's just something interesting to notice. Feelings often shift. Mental activity typically starts to reduce pretty quick. If it hasn't for you yet, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. Let's just, maybe your mind is just a little stronger. The mind tends to resist going here. It's uncomfortable at first, typically, with the silence. It doesn't want to give up control. It likes keeping you on a hamster wheel. So it's okay if it takes a bit for your mind to quiet. Okay? So let's go a little deeper this time. Again, there's nothing you need to do. You can gaze at something in your room, put your focus on me, whatever you'd like. Okay? I am going to start now. Okay. All right, so I'm complete for the second round. Notice how much mental activity you have now. Notice your physical body, your emotional state. Just notice what you notice. Take note. Take note. I am feeling tremendously empty. The silence is just never ending. It's eternal. So let's go even deeper. And I will start now. So again, do a check-in. How busy is your mind? And I also want to say that sometimes when we go into the zone, the mind will start to have a thought, and it's like it just drifts off and it doesn't complete. That's very common. And then the other thing is there is a shift in the quality of thought that flows through. And what I mean by quality of thought, the thoughts are more, it's like guidance, inspiration, invention, guidance, intuition. And so instead of perhaps judgment and criticism and not knowing and lack of clarity, we get very clear. That's a version of the zone state as well. So again, check in to see and compare how busy your mind was from the very beginning as opposed to now. We've done 3 rounds and they were about a minute each. So that's 3 minutes total. And typically when people meditate, and if you've been a long time meditator, you get on your cushion and you meditate for a good 10 minutes to an hour. And it often takes people a good 20 to 30 minutes to even begin to touch this experience that I'm able to share with you in under 5 minutes. We want it and we want it now, right? So here, we've got it and we've got it now. Okay, so we'll do one more round. It'll be about 1 to 2 minutes. Nothing you need to do, just focus on me. Notice how your mind is now. We've got new people jumping on, so just notice your mental activity. And then you can notice it at the end of this. If you want to focus on me, that's cool, or find something in the room you're in to kind of bring your focus and attention to that. And I will begin now. Okay, so notice how your mind is now. This present moment. Notice how much mental activity you have. Notice how you feel in your body on the physical level. If there was pain at the beginning, Just notice if it's changed or moved, or sometimes when we go into the zone, if one has pain, as the pain is lifting up and out of the body, it may initially intensify, and that doesn't typically last long, and it lifts up and out and then it's gone. So because the body, once we're in this state of coherence and we're in a place of no mind, the body immediately goes to work to heal, which is so wonderful. This is the epitome of simply being. It's not a doing. You just be, you surrender, and magic happens. It's really incredible. So, thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions about this, post in the comments below. If there's someone that you feel could benefit from this, please like and share it with them. I always appreciate that. And I am doing a training, a zone training, to teach you how to enter this space and being of consciousness at will in seconds. I've posted it on my page. It's January 7th and 14th. It's 2 Tuesdays, 4 to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And it will be over Zoom, and then people that live in my area can come and do it live. So we'll, all be in this, whether it's online or in person, we'll be in this beautiful field of resonance together. And it's amazing when you're in a group, how deep you go very quickly. So check that announcement out on my page. And yeah, enjoy this. For some people, when we bring them into the zone, they remain in it for like hours. I had a woman that was in it, remained in it for weeks, just coming to a live experience. It'll be perfect and custom tailored just to you. So enjoy this place of peace, okay? And I hope that you'll join me for the training. It's going to be so much fun, and it's life-changing. And I want to say, for people that are parents, you can bring your children to the event for free, because I'm teaching children how to access this state. There is so much treasure in it. We've seen children that have been labeled ADD, ADHD, find their focus. We've seen children who have social anxiety no longer have social anxiety. We've seen empathic children no longer taking on everyone else's stuff because they're focused on their own energy. Children that have had anxiety around test taking no longer have that anxiety and that fear. So there's a lot of practical blessings that occur when we teach our children this. And I have families that sit around, this is how they start their day. For like just 5 minutes, they get together, drop into the state together, and they find that the flow they experience throughout the day when they do this practice is enormous compared to if they forget. So it's a great way for families to start the day, end the day, and all that good stuff. So I'll actually put the link to the training with this video so you can easily find it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this with me. And I send you all my love, infinite blessings, and huge, huge Divine Mother hugs.